Admit it. How many times you've watched Cody winning the WWE Championship? I think I'm on my 69th rewatch right now. How many times you watched the Heist of the Century? How many times you watched Breakup of the Shield? And how many times you rewatched Roman Reigns vs Triple H at WrestleMania? Hey. No judgment. Well, maybe a little bit. You weird. I personally love rewatching Nia Jax matches. Preferably where she loses. And I gotta tell you, I showed the ending of Jon Moxley vs Kenny Omega exploding barbed wire match to people more times than I could count. A bit of a prank, I guess. On a serious note, the WWE library is massive, and there are specific moments that stuck with you that may not even be that important to other fans. I saw this post on Reddit and got me thinking about WWE moments I keep rewatching. The Reddit post also had some interesting takes. Jay vs Jimmy, when I pop a boner in public, I need to think of something to bring it down. Honestly, that is a great idea. Let me think. Yeah, Lacey Evans entering the ring. Not sure which match or show it was. You know what's crazy? I know exactly what he's talking about, and you do too! I'm not talking about moments WWE forced us to watch. You know, the moments they keep replaying. Austin 316. Go God Almighty! And did you guys know that Hulk Hogan slammed Andre? New information. So I gotta rewatch these moments because WWE makes me. But in today's video, I have 20 WWE moments I just keep rewatching, whether it's because they're so damn great or because people keep sending me them. Edge's WWE return. I mean, we all kinda thought Edge is returning to the WWE, but it was still absolutely surreal. I mean, after he retired, we all thought his return is absolutely impossible. And then I'm watching the Royal Rumble, which was actually great. Brock Lesnar eliminating everybody. It was a fun match. All of a sudden, Edge makes his return. He cried. And you know what? I cried like a little bitch too. I did. I think I did. I'm pretty sure. You know what? I never cry. I'm a man. I never cry. My eyes were peeing. And it's one of these moments I'll just probably keep rewatching for the rest of my life. CM Punk's WWE return. Oh my god. The show ends. At the right bottom corner, we have the copyright logo. CM Punk's music hits. Oh my god, he's back. This was interesting because we all expected him to come back, even though we may have not believed it's going to happen. And it did, and it seemed like everything is right in this world. I think after it happened, I watched it at least 15 times. And as happy as the fans were, there's one man who was cutting onions, who was peeing out of his eyes out of not necessarily happiness. I think he was looking at the ticket sales, and it was Tony Khan. Don't want to talk about it, can't talk about it, watch Dynamite please. Santino with the snake. Okay, not that I like this moment, not that I ever want to watch this moment, not that I think it's cool, but you guys also have friends who don't watch wrestling and want to tell you how much wrestling sucks. I got this message on my messenger at least 10 times in my life. Oh, I can't believe this guy watches wrestling. I click and it's the same fucking video. It's the same fucking video of the snake. I used to be like, nah, that's not what wrestling is all about. Now I just send them something worse. Look at the AEW's explosion. This guy f***ed a corpse. She gave birth to a hand, and the hand grew up. AJ Styles versus Brock Lesnar at Survivor Series. I wouldn't necessarily say it's my favorite WWE match of all time, but back then I was really impressed with it. And for whatever reason, I showed this match to people who don't watch wrestling, and they were like, okay, that was kind of cool. That was basically, it's not gonna hook people into watching wrestling. It never will. They think about Snake all the time anyway. But it's a match I've watched at least 3 times, I believe. Perfect David versus Goliath story. Randy Orton versus Cactus Jack. Now that is definitely one of my favorite WWE matches ever because I'm a big Randy Orton fan, always was. And especially back then I felt like it was so cool. I didn't see many extreme matches, so that was the only extreme match I truly saw back then, so I kept rewatching this one. My brother is gonna be editing this video, so edit it out. Have I ever showed you this match? Because I'm pretty sure I did. The CM Punk Pipe Bomb. I guess we're all on the same page right here. How many times you've seen this promo? Let me know in the comments below. It's a promo you rewatch for your own pleasure. It's a promo you show to people. It's a promo you show to people who stopped watching wrestling. Especially back then, it was so different. It was the peak of the PG era. Everything was so clean, you know? So CM Punk absolutely made me love WWE again. The streak being broken. Okay, whether you love this moment or not, you can't deny it. Ineffective. You watched this moment at least 10 times in your life because of the crowd reaction. So Brock Lesnar pins The Undertaker, no music, shocked faces in the crowd. I remember being like, oh, they botched it, they f***ed it up, man. What's gonna happen now? How can they fix it? No, it was part of the plan. So I keep rewatching this moment because I just love watching people's reactions to this. You know, it seemed like the end of the world, basically. Jinder Mahal winning the WWE Championship. Okay, what happened later? Sucked. Promos on Shinsuke Nakamura talking about Pikachu on seizures? Something along those lines. He was not a great champion, unfortunately. But the moment! That's what I'm talking about. It was similar to the Undertaker streak being broken. Everybody was shocked, like, what the f is happening? Sometimes I end up rewatching it because I just love these crazy ass moments where nobody expected it. Dolph Ziggler cashing in, so people keep talking about what is the greatest WWE cash in of all time. Many people are saying Seth Rollins. Maybe. I am a fan of Dolph Ziggler though, so this is my favorite cash in of all time. It's unfortunate that nothing came out of it. Really, he held that championship for a month, I believe. But this happened on Raw after WrestleMania. It was such a great payoff. It was a great payoff for Dolph Ziggler's career. It was a great payoff for the fans who've been waiting for this for such a long time. Rated RKO impersonating D-Generation X. Okay, this is a weird one. Stay with me. There's this video of Rated RKO dressed as DX. It's not funny. It's really not, but I was like 7 or 8 years old, and we only had a handful of WWE videos on YouTube back then, so I watched this so many times, I don't even know why. Probably cringy right now. I haven't watched it in a while, but I do remember watching it quite a lot. The Rock's concerts. Okay, say what you will about The Rock. He's a bit of a fakey, I know. His promos may sound the same. You say this, you say that. Rocky rocks. But I absolutely loved his concerts, whether it's in the Ruthless Aggression era, in the PG era, or even the most recent one. What I liked about them the most is that they were kinda out of pocket, you know, for that era. Obviously, he couldn't swear, but he made it non-PG as best as possible. I think he also sang about John Cena's mom or something. How can you not love that? Shane falling off Hell in a Cell. Okay, WWE are showing this quite a lot. But remember, after it happened, I thought it's the craziest shit I've ever seen in professional wrestling. Like, literally. Shane is an old man. And this happened during the PG era. And it's one of these moments where you don't have to compromise. Okay, this is great for the PG era. No, this is great in general. This was so out of nowhere. I know people are saying there was padding. He didn't act. Come on. Come on. You do it. You do it right now. No, don't do that, but no, don't do. RKO to Stacy Keibler. Not that I find pleasure in it, but it was a big meme back then. It was a huge meme back then. Randy RKOing a woman. Again, not that I enjoyed watching Randy doing that, but you gotta understand, you should not cancel Randy Orton. It's Randy being Randy. Whatever Randy does, it's just Randy being Randy. I've watched this moment so many times, whether it's people sending it to me because they thought it's wild, or all the memes, and even me seeing it on YouTube, because like I've said, we only had a handful of videos on YouTube back in 2007 or 8. Randy Orton wins the World Heavyweight Championship. Again, YouTube. We wouldn't have videos like greatest WWE moments. We had videos like Randy wins the championship. Watched it quite a few times. What's crazy about this moment though is that he won the championship against nobody. Literally nobody in the ring. He pinned Air. Pinned Air. Evolution turning on Randy Orton. This might be my most rewatched moment. I was a huge fan of the Evolution, so I started watching wrestling in 2004, but I didn't see the actual Evolution run. So whatever I could find on YouTube, I would watch, and I just felt like it was so cool. Triple H doing this, and then flipping it around. I was like, you go, Randy. Show them! Show them, Randy! In 2008, talking about a moment that happened in 2004. Triple H invading Orton's house. Oh my god. I think somebody sent it to me like a year ago. People are still talking about this, so I had to watch it so many times. It's one of these moments that kids who used to watch wrestling during that era are still talking about, still remember. People are going to remember certain moments like, I don't know, John Cena throwing Edge into the river. And this one right here. I guess it's because it's so out of place. Like you're watching wrestling, all of a sudden you're inside Randy Orton's house. Chris Jericho's 2012 return. I heard rumors, I heard speculations about Jericho returning to the WWE. So I became a bigger Chris Jericho fan than I ever was. All of a sudden he's back, and I kept rewatching that shit. And I remember every week he would come out and don't say a word, and I was like, okay, I get what you're doing, but at the same time, I gotta wait another week for another promo, and I'm not sure if you're gonna talk. Hate ya. It's not even one of the greatest WWE returns ever. Everybody knew he's coming back. Hey, I watched it many times. John Cena at One Night Stand. This is one of these things you show to people. Like, yeah, WWE is all about suffering succotash. They say things like fudging, Seth freaking Rollins That's the WWE, but it can be different. One night stand, you Cena chance, middle fingers. Random thought like John Cena coming out, his head down, championship in the air, that could be a cover album. AJ Styles debut. I don't know if we heard rumors, I think we did, but I was always a big fan of AJ Styles, but I didn't watch TNA that much. So when I saw AJ debuting with a great theme song at the Royal Rumble, this is literally a perfect debut. I remember I watched it so many times, and during that time, he became my favorite wrestler. And obviously, CM Punk winning the WWE Championship at Money in the Bank. It's one of these moments that I think changed the WWE, at least for a while. I was so sick of John Cena. Everybody was. And then you see, I don't know, Batman beating Superman. This moment changed the culture. And it's not just CM Punk winning the championship, the entrance was great. The whole crowd chanting Punk's name, the whole crowd chanting Cena sucks. The pop when he won the championship. Blowing a kiss to Vince McMahon. These are the moments I keep rewatching whether I want to, or somebody makes me. Whether I want it or not. The snake thing, it's never gonna end. It's never gonna end. Thank you for watching this video. Let me know in the comments below what WWE moments you keep re-watching. Thank you so much, the great one. Peace, love, and hugs. It's been a pleasure.